are the future. We are the dream. We are the nation. We are part of this.
Dear PDP women and Nigerian women, my name is Hajiya Mariya Waziri, National Woman Leader of People's Democratic Party and a lover of all Nigerian women. I'm here to report back to you on the progress made so far on the assignment ensure that Nigerian women achieve the implementation of the 35% affirmative action. I happily announce to you that our great party, the People's Democratic Party, has taken remarkable lead by finally giving legal and operational backing to women's 35% affirmative action. This is a resounding achievement for us all. PDP at its 88th NEC meeting session resolved and approved the following quotas for Nigerian women. 1. That out of the 17 ward ESCO, 6 should be women. 2. That 6 out of the 18 local government ESCOs shall be women. 3. That 13 out of the 39 state ESCO of the party shall be women. 4. That there should be 4 women out of the 12 zonal ESCO of the party. 5. That 6 out of the 19 National Working Committee members shall be women. I say a big congratulations to us all. This is a phenomenon. However, this epic success for women comes with a daunting responsibility to you and I. We must now ensure that we sensitize women from all corners of Nigeria, old and young, to come out in mass and contest for positions under PDP. This is a honest call to action for all women to take advantage of this affirmation. Nigerian women, your time has come. Make no excuses, make no mistakes. Arise and take advantage of this great opportunity to participate in nation building. I thank you all and God bless.
For me, all the while, I tried as a person to ensure, because I know that if you get a woman other than a woman leader in the NWC, that would have really done a lot for us. And that was why I stood elections as secretary of the party in 2017.
I wrote a lot of memos. I mobilized women. In fact, one of the most impactful mobilization was when we launched the PDP Women's Calendar, and the target was to attract attention for the implementation of that 35% for women in Nigeria. We also wrote to the National Assembly, and we had a lot of programs, to engage women, so everywhere they were, they would put pressure for the 35%. But prior to that, I started from National Council of Women's Societies. I was both a state and a national officer, and I worked very hard for the Beijing conference in Nigeria. Part of my getting into politics was based on the empowerment of women and achieving that 35%. So I was very happy when I became the national woman leader.
I was part and parcel of those who fought for it when PDP adopted the policy of allowing women. Instead, having realized that women do not have much money, they are not rich, and of course we all know that politics is highly capital intensive, especially if you want to contest election, and women are not rich. So in order to reach that 35%, something has to be done. So we fought for that. When it comes to contesting election, instead of women to purchase a form the same amount with the men, we lobbied our leaders, and it was agreed that the women should only pay for intern forms, but they should not buy forms. It should be free. But they have what they call intern fees, so they will now pay for that, which is not as much as or as exorbitant as the form.
First of all, to get to the level of PDP, it was something that had to come from the UN, from Beijing and so on. I went to Beijing. I was one of the women who were in Beijing 25 years ago. The forward-looking strategy, we came back and we were all very anxious to ensure that Nigeria implements the 35% affirmative action. And in every committee of PDP that had been set up either to review constitution or to do the PDP constitution or to re-engineer the party, I've been privileged to serve in such committees and therefore also have tried to push it as well.
The implications, they're very grave. I think we have a lot of problems in this country. And that is because there is mindset on discrimination on different levels and on different issues. The gender discrimination is one of the most critical that is impeding the development of the country. So if we do not achieve this 35%, and it's really not much, to be honest with you, with the level of education of Nigerian women, their level of enlightenment and exposure, we should even be talking about 50%. The country will do better. If we don't do that, we continue to grope. We can't continue making women vulnerable in this country. We have to energize them. We have to arm them with responsibilities that will bring about the desired change in development.
For a country to develop, especially a country like Nigeria where half of your population is women, why would you deny them the opportunity to partake in decision making? This, I don't think, augurs well for Nigeria, and I think is affecting us globally and even regionally is affecting us as a country. So we need to, as a party that has been in government before, now we're not in government, we need to do things differently. We need to do things that will bring more people on board. And this is one of those things that we can do to ensure that women, get their rightful places.
The world is changing. They themselves, they know they cannot do without our support. And we all agree. It's a mutual understanding, mutual respect for each other, and it's right. We are not asking for any favor. It is our right, and this time around, that 35% must be implemented. Every governor must make sure that that 35% is covered in his state. Without that, then we are not together. If we are together, we are together. If we are not together, then we are not together. Then we know what step we are going to take. But right now, we are talking as brothers and sisters, sons and mothers, and we are going to follow it up that way. And I'm sure they will honor that agreement.
The implication for women will be that it means the party is not serious about women. And so the women have to think twice. And the implication for the women is that they will have to sit up and know that they must fight, continue the fight.
And women, as we know, some people will call us salt of the world. You can't take decision without we women. Even before you leave your house, your wife is there to at least give you some clue about whatever you are going to do. So, and when you are having women with you, your decision will be more better off than having all these, men alone, voices. Even we are singing, if you don't have the soprano and some other alto, do you think only the bass and the tenor can make it? It's not possible. So I think it's a welcome solution.
It will not gonna be that old-fashioned where women will only take the position of woman leader Now we have other women as ESCO, as treasurer, as party secretary, organizing secretaries. We have women as officials. It's a stepping stone for PDP women. And we ask other political party to emulate PDP, because PDP has set a space for everybody to emulate by involving more women in it.
It is an exciting moment in the women's political history, especially at the level of the young woman's participation in politics, that finally the struggle for the 35% affirmative action is yielding results. We wouldn't say that this is the climax of our expectation as women, because the point is for women to have at least 35%. If it goes further, it's good. But the most important thing right now is that the party has taken the 35% quota to the point of implementation, which then means that specifically they have identified positions that women can occupy from the ward level to the national level, and that is most exciting.